Good evening and welcome to the Royal College Indoor Basketball Arena. It's finals day here in the 33rd MSBA League 2025. Seylan Bank will take on David Pieris in the women's finals, and later on Akbar Brothers will be taking on Fair First Insurance in the men's final. For competitive teams taking on each other here in the finals day, and both the teams are getting warmed up right now, and play will commence in just a few minutes, and we'll be live with you with basketball action. And stay tuned with us as we go for a short commercial break.
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම ThePapare on Dialog TV
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare
කතුරු මිතුරු
මොකටද දීවේ?
පිටේ කුණු ඇතුළුවා කියලා.
දැන් ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් ඔබේ සිනහවට වග කියනු නොලැබේ.
කමන්ඩ ජෝන් සින කට්ටක.
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම ThePapare on Dialog TV
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare on Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare on Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. The biggest stars, the boldest plays. Shamaria Tapatu leads the charge at the Women's Big Bash 2025. Live from November 9 to December 13 on Star Sports. Select 1 HD, channel 121. Also streaming on the ViU Plus app.
Just a little bit of
The ball really well on ThePapare on
ThePapare.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
Get ready, Sri Lanka. The ultimate battle on the rugby pitch. Interclub Rugby League is back. Catch every thrilling moment, exclusive highlights and live action only on Sri Lanka's #1 sports network, ThePapare on Dialog Television, or watch it live anytime, anywhere on the ViU Plus app and thepapare.com. Join the roar, feel the passion. Don't miss the Interclub Rugby League, only on ThePapare.
just a little bit of
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම on ThePapare on Dialog TV
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
Experience the future with Dialog Television. Best of local and international content. Thousands of videos on demand. Seamless rewind. remoteless control on your mobile. Continue watching on the go. Your Dialog ViU experience is now upgraded. Dialog ViU Plus, tomorrow's entertainment today.
Just a little bit of
really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
ඔයගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියට ගරු කරන්න කියලා මං කාල වෙලාවක් දෙන්න.
කාලයට මේ අමිහිරි අතීතය වලලන්නට නොහැකි වුණු බව මට දැන් වැටහෙයි.
For the first time on Sri Lankan TV, Dialog Television brings you Lionsgate Play.
Stay with me? Okay.
You enjoy this?
We're gonna have a great time.
All right.
Now available free of charge to all Dialog ViU Hub and ViU Mini postpaid customers. To access, simply go to the home screen on your Dialog ViU and go to Movies and select Lionsgate Play. Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement. Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
කතුරු මිතුරු
මොකටද දීවි?
පිටේ කුණු ඇතුළුවා කියලා.
දැන් Dialog Television ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් ඔබේ සිනහවට වග කියනු නොලැබේ.
කමන්ඩ ජෝන් සින කට්ටක.
පිටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. The biggest stars, the boldest plays. Shamaria Tapatu leads the charge at the Women's Big Bash 2025. Live from November 9 to December 13 on Star Sports. Select 1 HD, channel 121. Also streaming on the ViU Plus app.
Just a little bit of
The ball really well here here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Welcome back live to the finals day here at the Royal College Indoor Basketball Arena. As I'm joining with my co-commentator, Janidu Himsara. Good evening, Janidu.
Thank you, Atif, and very good evening to you as well. 33rd MSBA League 2025, the women's division, rather women's category A division. Seylan Bank taking on David Pieris group. As Seylan Bank looking favourites. They've reached the final unbeaten, made no single mistake in all of the games they played. And David Pieris, they did make a statement last week by beating HNB. They were the underdogs. And also should mention that this is the first time they're representing in the A division. And they've managed to reach a final. And the question is, can David Pieris make yet another statement today? Or can Seylan Bank continue the streak? They are the defending champions. They were the champions last year as well. And this time, they have gotten to face the underdogs, David Pieris. They beat HNB last year for that championship. And can David Pieris make that miracle happen this year? Or will it be Seylan? As both the teams will be introduced before the game. As Epsiba, Washington Clay was brilliant throughout the league for Seylan Bank. Nyari Pereira was the player of the game against David Pieris group and Commercial Credit. Yet another key player for Seylan Bank. Led brilliantly in that semi-final as well. Here's Hansini Malisha. One of the controllers. Ilianage, the number 8 for you in the screen. Malavika, Arya Ratnam. And here's Benika Dalagala, plenty of experience. Has been in this Seylan outfit for a long time. That experience will be a key for this game as Kindu Jalia, yet another experienced campaigner in this Seylan outfit. The combination of Benita and Kindu will be a massive advantage for Seylan Bank. As the number 18 enters into the court, Krishani Vijay alongside with Jitmi Pinnagoda. Former national cap Sandhini Bolalage. Yet another key player in this lineup. Yeah, you heard that. Kamlin Mills, the skipper for Seylan Bank. And one of the top point scorers in the league so far.
And there's the David Pieris outfit. Here's the number 4 for David Pieris. Chaturangani Abesingh was the player of the game against Commercial Credit and the top scorer of the team with 72 points, and followed by Gayani Kodikar in that number 7 jersey. And next up, it's Inoka Sandamali, the experienced campaigner for David Pieris. And she was the player of the game against HNB in the semi-finals. One player to watch out. And here's number 9, Kalpani Fernando. Following Kalpani Fernando is Pramesha Fernando. 2 Fernandos for David Pieris. And number 17, Imesha Tatsarani. She is also one of the top scorers for David Pieris. Followed by Shonali Dharmasena in that number 16 jersey. In that number 22 jersey, Janiti Mapatuna. Bright prospect for David Pieris. And in the number 3 jersey, it's Prasad De Cruz. Following Prasad De Cruz is in the number 2 jersey, Ihansa Nakandalage. And in that number 23 jersey, Sasanti Samarasinghe. And finally, it's in that number 6 jersey, Danushka Vijayasinghe, former Sri Lankan player as well. All pumped up for these women's finals in the A division.
As both teams and the crowd rise for the national anthem.
All the formalities are done, and here are the two teams for a one, shaking their hands for one final time before the all-important final in the women's Division A category. Seylan Bank emerged victorious against Commercial Credit in their semi-final, and David Pieris beat Hatton National Bank in their semi-final. Both these sides are beating two good oppositions in their respective semi-finals, and a mighty close final will be up for grabs for sure.
Plenty of experience in both these teams and young blood as well. Both teams have a pretty good combination. As we believe we will witness an interesting final here. The 33rd MSBA League 2025, the women's category A division finals. Like I mentioned before, Seylan Bank here in an unbeaten run as David Pieris has entered the finals as underdogs, beating HNB in that semi-final, a nail-biting encounter. As we are yet to start the proceedings of this first final for the day, will be followed up by yet another interesting final, the A Division men's category finals. Akbar brothers taking on Fairfax Insurance. Definitely going to be a nail-biting game, Atif.
Indeed, a mouth-watering clash up for grabs for sure later on the day. Akbar brothers came out victorious against Seylan Bank, the men's side. What a game it was, Janidu.
Yes, definitely. I think certainly shocked the entire crowd and the Seylan players as well. It was a close game till the half-time and third quarter. Suddenly Akbar brothers coming up with some new strategies, and they played as a team, and by the end of the fourth quarter it was a 20+ point deficit. And that was some dominant victory by Akbar Brothers. And not to forget Fairfax Insurance. Fairfax Insurance did beat Akbar Brothers in the first round. So definitely this final is going to be a one hell of a game. But before that, we have the women's final in action as both the teams are preparing for the game, as the officials are getting ready as well. Both these teams had a great run as David Pieris group is coached by Hayaz Haroon and assistant coached by Azhar Mohammed. Seylan Bank, the head coach Chatura Rodrigo, plenty of experience in these men as well, as they would want to take the title home.
Indeed, as you mentioned, both the teams are having plenty of experience up their ranks, and a pretty decent crowd has turned up as well here at the Royal College Indoor Basketball Arena. Plenty of red I see, Janidu.
Yes, definitely. We believe that the monies will be worth for the spectators as well, as both these teams have their team huddles, getting ready to step into the court. Yes, plenty of crowd still walking in as well. What a day, what a Friday for this final. As the first five starting players are being introduced to the court. Benika Talagala, Hansini Malisha, Kindu Jailia, Kamlin Mills, the skipper, and Epsiba Washington Clay for Seylan Bank will start the proceedings. And for David Pieris group, Sasanti Samarasinghe, Inoka Sandamali, Prasadi De Cruz, Danushka, the former national player, will start the proceedings for David Pieris group, as both the teams and the crowd will observe a minute of silence for the disaster that happened in the country. As all the proceedings are done, the commencement of the A Division Women's Finals, as the jump ball goes off as Seylan takes the upper hand and Epsiba draws the first blood for Seylan Bank. Really good start for Seylan Bank, 2-0. Yes, Danushka with the 3-pointer. Very well rebounded by Kamlin.
Possession yet again with Seylan. Here's the skipper for Seylan Bank under the basket. Mr. Sid. Beautiful no-look pass by David Pieris. And David Pieris draws their first blood as well.
Himesha Tatsarni for David Pieris. Yes, Kindu Jailia to Kamlin Mills. Lovely work there, but almost had with the shot. Here's Hansi. Makes no mistake. Well, an interesting start. Both teams scoring in their first basket itself, and both teams playing with some higher pace as well. Intense basketball early on in the game. Yes, Himesha once again for the three. Looked perfect, and yes, it does. What a start for both these teams. 5 points to 4 as David Pieris has the lead. Kamlin Mills once again for the shot. Finds nowhere. Yes, Himesha once again. Driving through on her own. Inoka Sandamali misses the shot. Very well rebounded by Epsiba to Benika Talagala. And Epsiba goes for the three-pointer. Doesn't find the ring.
Perfect start for David Pieris. Here's the number 17, Himesha. Himesha under the basket. Almost getting that 2 points for David Pieris. Seylan Bank in the back foot in the opening stage exchanges. Here's Seylan Bank. Beautiful run into the box. Still possession with Seylan. Here's Himesha yet again and scores for David Pieris while drawing a foul.
Brilliant work there by Himesha Tatsarani. Score that basket. Well, seemed like the basket was not awarded as the score will remain 5 points to 4. Lovely lob pass to Inoka Sandamali by Danushka. Himesha finds the foot of Epsiba as the ball will go away from the line out.
In the meantime, Seylan Bank did opt for an early substitution. Nihari Pereira has come on to court, replacing the number 6, Mills, the skipper. Interesting call by the coach of Seylan Bank. And here's Epsiba. Tried that early burst. And David Pieris on the counter here. And yeah, ball.
Well, that's the advantage for Seylan Bank. They do have a strong bench as well. Nihari Pereira, yet another national cap. Once again, fakes it. A lovely jump shot. Just couldn't find that. Danushka to Sasanti. And here's Prasadi De Cruz. Lovely pass to Himesha. Some brilliant ball work by David Pieris. Lovely spin off by Sasanti and makes that shot. 7 points to 4. David Pieris on the lead.
An unexpected start for Seylan Bank, I believe. David Pieris, brilliant off the blocks, and Seylan Bank yet again not being at their best.
Well, David Pieris seems to be keeping things simple. They're playing simple basketball as Inoka opts to go for the three-pointer. Yes, Sasanti. Seylan Bank finds the ball as Epsiba driving through once again. A bit of a mistake, but brilliant effort by Nihari. Prasadi De Cruz and Himesha desperate for that ball. And coming back to the point, Atif, David Pieris just keeping things simple, doing the right thing at the right time. And Seylan just seemed to be hesitating a bit. But we do believe they'll bounce back in rhythm as Nihari steps out of the court. She seems to be in a little bit of a pain.
That was a hard challenge on Pereira. And here's David Pieris through their number 23, Sasanti, and she manages to score. David Pieris mounting on those points, early points, very important points in a final. Here's skipper Mills for Seylan Bank.
Yes, Prasadi De Cruz once again with that fast break. This time caught on travel violation, but good initiative there. Once again trying to pounce on that opportunity. As Kindu Jailia calls for the play. Plenty of experience in her. We'll need that experience a lot today as she opts to go for the 3-point, and that's through. Like I mentioned, bringing that experience into play. 9 points to 7. Just a 2-point deficit now. Yes, Imesha has been brilliant in the start as Prasad D. Cruz driving through from the left side. Finds nowhere, well rebounded by Kamlin Mills. As Kindu Jailia, a long pass to Epsiba. Epsiba for the 3-pointer, and she makes it count as well. Back-to-back 3 points for Seylan Bank. What a comeback here. 10 points to 9. And Seylan suddenly in the lead. Once again, the ball has been stolen. Yes, Ben Katalagala. And yes, she scores that as well. 12 points to 9. Good comeback by Seylan Atif.
Indeed. Superb comeback from Seylan. And if this is what they are going to offer throughout this game, David Pieris are well and surely in huge trouble, Janidu. And here's Seylan on the counter yet again. Epsiba tries for a 3-pointer and almost scores Epsiba.
Lovely pass by Imesha to Danushka, the skipper. She finds it astray. Lovely pass by Kamlin Mills to Hansi. Hansi has the opportunity. Once again, she was deciding to go for the 3-pointer, but she had second thoughts. Yes, Benika. And she shoots that as well. Back-to-back threes here at Royal Complex for Seylan Bank as David Pieris, coach, opts to go for the timeout. Well, he knew the game was running away from David Pieris. Seylan Bank shifting momentum towards them. What a passage of play, Atif. Just 7 minutes and both these teams making no mistake. And what a comeback by Seylan Bank as well.
Indeed, Seylan Bank was on a roll in those last couple of minutes before the timeout. And heaps of work to be done from David Pieris' point of view. And Seylan Bank, especially Epsiba and Hansani Malisha, has been the standout players so far for Seylan Bank.
Not to forget Kindu Jailia and Benika Talagal as well. Plenty of experience in them as well, like I mentioned before. And they made no mistake with that 3-pointers. Smoothly getting through that ring. As we are back after the break. David Pieris will certainly come back with a plan as well. Haven't seen much from Inoka Sandamali as well yet. She was brilliant in that semi-final against HNB. She was the game changer for David Pieris. She has been silent so far, but there's plenty of time remaining for more action.
As play resumes, Imesha for David Pieris. Beautiful under. And David Pieris did caught on traveling offense. And here's Seylan Bank.
Kindu Jailia, a long pass to Epsiba. Brilliant cut there by Epsiba as Hansi opts for the shot. Finds the inner edge of the ring and comes out of it. Yes, Benika once again. Lovely cut there by Kamlin Mills. As she finds it astray. Yes, Imesha. Brilliant defensive work by Kindu. Yes, Imesha driving through. A lovely pass to Sasanti. Brilliant work there. She was free out there. A handy pass there. And counts 2 points for David Pieris. Yes, Kindu Jailia once again to Epsiba. Good pressure there by the number 16 for David Pieris. Yes, Kamlin Mills. Very unfortunate there.
Yes, Seylan Bank did have a good passage of play before the timeout, but David Pieris hasn't shown any signs of hurrying or like they have been playing at their pace, Janidu. It's a good sign from a good team.
Yes, definitely, Atif. Sticking into their strategy. That's the right thing to do as Sasanti draws a foul on behalf of David Pieris, as it will be a side ball for David Pieris, as Kamlin Mills will have a break. Nihari once again gets an opportunity. Sasanti had the opportunity but missed it this time. Here's Kindu looking for options. A long pass to Epsiba. Epsiba trying to drive through. Makes it perfectly. 17-11. Here's a long pass. Fast break by David Pieris. But Danushka decides to slow things down. Yes, Inoka Sandamali trying to get the screen. Here's the number 16 driving through. Very well defended by Seylan. Here's Inoka Sandamali with the three. But doesn't find the ring as it goes out of the line.
A game between the exuberance of youth and the experience. Seylan Bank full of young talent. Epsiba, one of them. And Epsiba tries for the 3 points. And Nihari Pereira is having a rough time on the court.
Yes, definitely. A bit of ups and downs here and there as Danushka passes the ball astray, as Seylan will have the upper hand. Just a minute and 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Yes, Benika. Good defensive pressure by David Pieris. Yes, Benika. She goes for the 3-point again. Back-to-back threes for Benika Talagala. 20 points to 11. Yes, Sasanti has been brilliant so far. Lovely bounce pass to Imesha, but very well read by Kamlin Mills. Stole that ball. And here's Benika Talagala once again. Bringing it forward this time, deciding to drive through and makes no mistake. Back-to-back shots from her. There's that experience. My goodness, what a lap that was.
I mean, she cut the defense like cutting a piece of butter. Brilliant work from the experienced Talagala. And here's Epsiba yet again on the counter. There's Hansi, and Epsiba scores on her own. Seylan Bank on a roll, Janidu.
Yes, definitely. Some individual brilliance there by Epsiba. She had the option to pass to Hansi as well, but she decided to go on her own and made no mistake. And here's Sasanti. Good pressure by Seylan Bank as Imesha goes for the 3-pointer. And that's the end of the first quarter. Brilliant comeback by Seylan Bank in the last 3 minutes of the first quarter, as they will head into the break having the upper hand, 24 points to 11.
And here's the first confirmation. Seylan Bank 24 points to David Pieris 11 points. And Seylan Bank having the upper hand at the end of the first quarter. Brilliant second half in that first quarter for Seylan Bank. David Pieris did dominate the first phase in that first quarter, but it was all Seylan Bank in that final 5 minutes or so. Hansani Malisha, Epsiba joining with the experienced Talagala was a menace for David Pieris. Here's some of those highlights of Talagala. Beautiful layups, and did manage to get another beautiful layup at the end of the first quarter as well. Here's Epsiba. She was on a roll, and Talagala for 3 points. And this did conclude the first quarter, and the referee blows his whistle for quarter number 2 in this women's Division A finals.
Well, David Pieris was off to a great start. But they did lose that momentum, and Seylan Bank did put some really good pressure on David Pieris, especially in that defense. And every opportunity they had, they made sure they counted it. They made no mistake. And on a final like this, making such 3-pointers early on in the game are good signs for Seylan Bank. Yes, Kindu Jailia to Epsiba. Epsiba driving through. Kamlin Mills had the opportunity and once again missed it. Once again, Danushka. Slide error there. As the pass went a bit overhead from her. Yes, Epsiba once again. Brilliant work there. Lovely pass to Kamlin Mills. Kamlin goes for the shot, makes no mistake. Seylan Bank continuing the streak, rather. Yes, Imesha has been silent for some time. Driving through once again. Good defense by Seylan Bank. Losing that ball, but fortunate enough. Here's the number 2 this time, deciding to drive through as she draws the foul.
Good work by number 2 for David Pieris. And here's Gihansa for the first free throw of this game. Misses it by a huge margin, Gihansa. And Seylan Bank steals the ball, and here's Epsiba, gives it to Hansani. After a slight fumble, still keeps on the position. Here's Mills. Imesha. Beautiful bounce pass. Finds Gihansa. And beautifully stolen away from Talagala, and oh my goodness. Missed an open bucket, Talagala, and with that Imesha capitalizes and scores the first points in the second quarter for David Pieris.
26-13, yes, Epsiba loses her balance, but very well rebounded there by Nihari as she misses the shot. Yes, Imesha. She will have to be guarded really well as she has been unstoppable. As the referee calls, it's doubling by Imesha Tatsarni. Pretty much unfortunate there. A change in the outfit for Seylan Bank as well. Hansini Malisha will take a break as Jitmi gets her opportunity to step into the court. Yes, Nihari Pereira to Epsiba, but very well blocked there by Sasanti. She knew that pass was coming. Yes, Epsiba once again looking for options. Yes, Sanduni to Nihari. Finds no way off the ring. Yes, David Pieris. Yes, Imesha. Opts to go for the 3, but fakes it. Lovely drive there. And once again draws the foul.
Brilliant bit of play by Imesha, drawing that foul in an important position. And Imesha will be looking to convert these couple of free throws as she misses the first one. As she misses the second one as well. Sanduni finds the substitute, and she hits the rim.
Yes, Imesha looking for options. Brilliant pass to the number 16. Very well anticipated. Once again, it was a good pass, but the anticipation was just not enough. As it's a brilliant pass by Epsiba to Nihari. But very well blocked by David Pieris there. I believe it was a 2-point saved. Seylan Bank will have the ball in favor of them, but David Pieris' coach opts to go for a timeout as the score is 26-13 as Seylan has the upper hand.
Here's that missed opportunity by Nihari Pereira for Seylan Bank. A well-contested second quarter so far. Even Stevens from these two sides. As of yet, Seylan Bank couldn't really capitalize on that momentum they had in that first quarter, in the end of that first quarter rather. David Pieris did manage to draw a couple of fouls, but couldn't convert them into points. As the timeout comes to an end, Seylan Bank has shuffled their players as well. Hansani is back on the court, replacing the number 13 for Seylan Bank. Kindu.
Well, a no-look pass by Sanduni.
That's her experience, Janidu. And here's Mills. Mills go for the layup. Still, Sanduni with possession. Yet again finds Kamalini Mills. Mills with the jump shot. And she has been caught for the offense of traveling. David Pieris.
Here's Himesha for the three-pointer. Finds the out edge of the ring as Sanduni will hand it over to Epsiba. Yes, Epsiba. She opts to go for the three-pointer. Once again, finding that out edge of the ring. And here's Himesha deciding to drive through as she comes back. Here's the number 16 with the three-pointer. Finds no way of it. A long pass by Mills. Yes, Himesha once again. A lovely pass. Misses that as well. Yes, Benika Talagala driving through to Epsiba. Epsiba to Sanduni. Sanduni to Mills as Mills decides to drive through as she sends it out to Benika. Benika finds the out edge of the ring. That was some good defensive work by Seylan Bank.
Timeout taken by Seylan Bank. A passage of play with no points for either of the teams. David Pieris did have a couple of chances to convert, but they failed against the Seylan Bank's defense. And a special mention should go to Sanduni. Janidu, her passing range and the awareness, it's brilliant, Janidu.
Yes, definitely, Atif. Sanduni, a former national player. She has played basketball for a long time. She has a lot of experience in her, as that will be an advantage for Seylan Bank. Like I mentioned early on in the game, the strong bench that Seylan has is the key advantage here. As you can see, the coach is rotating their players, giving them breaks. Brilliant strategy, as they have plenty of resources to go ahead in this game. And we can see the score as well, 26-13. It has been 26-13 for a while now. As Himesha Tatsarini will start the proceedings for David Pieris' group as she decides to drive through, goes for the jump shot. This time makes no mistake. 26-15. Indu Jailia has been dangerous with the threes. calling for the play. Brilliant screen by Nihari. Yes, Kindu, lovely bounce pass to Nihari. Almost had that shot. Rebounded easily by Sasanti. Yes, Imesha. Nihari trying to steal that ball from behind. Good pressure on Imesha. Yes, the number 16. Brilliant passing there. As the number 16 opts to go for the three-pointer. Doesn't find it. Good anticipation by Hansini.
Shonali with the layup. Still possession with David Pieris, and Epsiba steals the ball away. Finds Pereira. Here's Jaelia. Takes her time. And Pereira drives forward with pace, and she draws a foul for Seylan Bank. It will be Pereira with the free throws for Seylan Bank. Couple of them coming up ahead.
Nyari with the first free throw. As it goes astray. She has one more opportunity. Can she make it 27-15? Misses the second one as well, but really well rebounded by Benika. But good work there by Inuka Sandamali as well as yes. Umesa Tatsari once again, good pressure on her. The defense by Seylan Bank has been on point. Solid defense. And that has been the case for David Pieris. Once again, a risky pass there, but manages to hold on to it. And here's Inuka Sandamali. Yes, Sasanti once again driving through. She has been brilliant in that. And once again makes no mistake. 26-19. Kindu, a long pass to Epsiba. Epsiba slows things down as she goes for the shot. Makes no mistake. 28-17. Once again, both these teams have started to score on a roll here. As Inuka Sandamali. Brilliant work there by Nihari. Blocking Sasanti, but brilliant pass there by Inuka. And Sasanti makes the basket count and draws a foul as well. Brilliant work there.
Indeed, brilliant from Sasanti. Since that timeout, she's been a menace under the basket for David Pieris. And as we speak, there will be a couple of substitutions for David Pieris. In fact, one substitution for David Pieris. Danushka Vijay Singh, the skipper, back on the court for David Pieris. And possession still with David Pieris. Sasanti scans for options and
once again caught on foul play Seylan Bank. I believe it was Kamlin Mills if I have not mistaken. As David Pieris will have the side ball in favor of them. Lovely pass to Sasanti. Sasanti asking for the player to cut, but she finds Danushka. Good pass there to Imesha as Danushka decides to drive through. Well, a no-look shot there. She had to do that as the shot clock hooter did come from the official stable. Yes, Benika Talagala getting the screen, deciding to drive through and has drawn a foul. Imesha Tatsani this time. 3.5 minutes remaining as Epsiba, lovely crossover, drives through, finds Hansi. Hansi misses that shot as it will be David Pieris ball and Seylan Bank opting to go for a full court press. Good decision there, but settled play by David Pieris. Imesha looking for options. Yes, the number 16 fakes it. Once again sending it out. I wonder why. And here's Sasanti. Yes, Danushka with the three-pointer. Finds the out edge of the ring. Here's Hansini. He'll slow things down to Benika. Lovely screen by Nihari. Benika driving through. Once again doesn't make that shot. As it will be Seylan Bank's ball, as Sasanti did have a touch.
Pereira gives away the ball very cheaply. With that, David Pieris on the counter. Imesha. Danushka to Sasanti. Sasanti with a no-look pass. Finds. And yet again, a handling error from David Pieris. As a result, Epsiba goes on to almost score. Still, Mills score from the rebound. Seylan Bank go 11 points ahead of David Pieris in this women's finals.
Once again, Sasanti with the shot. Finds the out edge once again. Yes, Hansini Malisha. Slows things down to Kamlin Mills. Kamlin Mills opts to drive through from the left side. Misses the shot. As Nihari tried to rebound it. As it will be Seylan Bank's ball. For a moment I thought it was David Pieris who had the ball in favor of them. But the referee says it's the other way around as Epsiba drives nicely. Misses the shot back to back. But this time Kamlin Mills almost had it. Very unfortunate there. As Imesha Tatsarni once again brilliantly being defended by Seylan Bank. Yes, Danushka driving through. Once again doesn't find that shot. David Pieris seem to be losing their momentum inch by inch. The game going away. Seylan Bank just sticking to their plan. Yes, Epsiba once again brilliant work. Stops and goes for the shot. Makes no mistake. 32 points to 19. As Epsiba has been brilliant. But Imesha to Sasanti. Sasanti driving once again and finds the basket this time. Sasanti will have to do a lot with that.
Definitely, if they are to give a comeback, Sasanti under the pockets will be having to do a ton of work, and it's a push. And as a result, Seylan Bank will be awarded a side ball. Quick thinking from Talagala. Finds Pereira. Pereira to Mills. Again to Pereira. Pereira with the jump shot. And she scores. Brilliant work from Pereira. First points for her this evening. Good work from Seylan Bank on the opponent's final third. Here's Hansini.
Last 14 seconds, Atif. We'll have to see what Seylan has to offer. Yes, Nihari goes for the shot. Finds it astray. Yes, David Pieris, a long pass to Inoka. But brilliant anticipation there by Hansi. Blocking Inoka. She reached out to the ball instantly. Just 2 seconds remaining. Seylan will have to go for a long shot. Yes, Nihari to Hansini. Hansini will have to shoot it.
Oh my!
Well, she did make the shot, but as the time was over, I'm not sure whether she was not aware with the time or not, but a brilliant shot there, but that will not be counted as it is the half time, as both the teams will head into lemons. Here's the half time confirmation. Seylan Bank 34 points to 19, having the upper hand. As we will bring you the second half action. Stay tuned with us as we will head into a commercial break.
පන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම. ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
කතුරු මිතුරු.
මොකටද දීවි?
පිටේ කුණු ඇතුළුවා කියලා.
දැන් Dialog Television ViU Mini ViU Hub හා ViU App තුලින් ඔබේ සිනහවට වග කියනු නොලැබේ.
කමන්ඩ ජෝන් සින කට්ටක.
කෙටි පන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම. ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare on Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare on Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. The biggest stars, the boldest plays. Shomariyatapattu leads the charge at the Women's Big Bash 2025. Live from November 9 to December 13 on Star Sports. Select 1 HD, channel 121. Also streaming on the ViU Plus app.
Just a little bit of
The ball really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare on Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
Get ready, Sri Lanka. The ultimate battle on the rugby pitch. Interclub Rugby League is back. Catch every thrilling moment, exclusive highlights, and live action only on Sri Lanka's #1 sports network, ThePapare on Dialog Television, or watch it live anytime, anywhere on the ViU Plus app and ThePapare.com. Join the roar, feel the passion. Don't miss the Interclub Rugby League, only on ThePapare.
just a little bit of
පන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම on ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
Experience the future with Dialog Television. Best of local and international content. Thousands of videos on demand. Seamless rewind. Remoteless control on your mobile. Continue watching on the go. Your Dialog ViU experience is now upgraded. Dialog ViU Plus, tomorrow's entertainment today.
Just a little bit of
really well here watching in Sri Lanka on ThePapare or Dialog TV.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
ඔයගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියක් ගරු කරන්න කියලා මං කාල වෙලාවක් දෙන්න.
කාලයට මේ අමිහිරි අතීතය වලලන්නට නොහැකි වුණු බව මට දැන් වැටහෙයි.
For the first time on Sri Lankan TV, Dialog Television brings you Lionsgate Play.
Stay with me? Always.
You enjoy this?
We're gonna have a great time.
All right.
Now available free of charge to all Dialog ViU Hub and ViU Mini postpaid customers. To access, simply go to the home screen on your Dialog ViU and go to Movies and select Lionsgate Play. Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement. Elevate your game with ThePapare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to ThePapare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
කෙටිපන්දුවට ඉහළින් හර ස්ථානගත කිරීම ThePapare on Dialog TV.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare.
Welcome back to the live action in this 33rd MSBA League Women's A Division Finals. Seylan Bank leading David Pieris at the break, 34 points to 21. Seylan Bank have the upper hand as we see some highlights from the second quarter. A quarter which had no much points in it, but both the sides battling equally. Here Sasanti did have a good quarter and she'll be eyeing to capitalize on the momentum she gained in that latter part of the second quarter. And here's the Seylan outfit led by Kamalini Mills. She has been brilliant alongside with Talagala, Hansani and Epsiba. Here's Kendo. Good use of her body. Kendo goes for 3 points and air balls it. David Pieris. Through Sasanti. Imesha. Goes wide to find Anushka. David Pieris draws the first blood in quarter number 3. Kindu, brilliant turn and driving forward, finding Mills. Mills does the rest. Beautiful basketball from Seylan Bank. Imesha to Danushka. Yet again, back to Imesha. Sasanti using a body to great effect and
draws the foul this time. Sasanti. Kamlin Mills, the Seylan skipper. As that's the third foul for Kamlin Mills. Sasanti with the free throws. As she misses the first one, she has one more opportunity. Brilliantly rebounded by Epsiba. These free throws are vital, Atif. As David Pieris are 13 points behind. Yes, Benica to Epsiba. Lovely pass and cut. As Kamlin Mills misses the ball. Yes, Inoka Sandamali. To number 16. Good pressure there by Benica Talagala. Very well stolen, but unfortunately. Oh, pardon me. I thought it was Benica Talagala who was caught on foul play, but it has been David Pieris. Brilliant call by the referee. Epsiba loses the ball once again.
Shonali in the firing end. Here's Imesha. Inoka. Good pressure from Talagala.
Good defensive work there by Benica Talagala. She has been brilliant ever since she stepped into the court in this second half. The defense has been brilliant. As they get the favor in of them as Epsiba opts to go for the shot, as it will be Seylan Bank's ball.
Kindu finds Talagala in the far end and Talagala. Brilliant work. Brilliant layup from Benica Talagala. Extends the lead by 15 points. Seylan Bank with a superb start for this third quarter. Stamping the authority right off the block, Seylan Bank.
And that's the fourth foul for Kamlin Mills, the Seylan Bank skipper. Not good signs. Just one more foul remaining for her. And David Pieris. Yes, Inoka with the three-pointer. Once again, doesn't find it. Hansi gets the ball. Does really well to get out of the defense. Yes, Epsiba driving to the left side. Lovely pass to Kamlin Mills. Almost had it. Very unfortunate there. Once again, loose ball by David Pieris. Yes, Epsiba to Hansi. Hansi with the three-pointer. And Hansi once again almost had it. Very unfortunate here for Seylan Bank.
She has been very unlucky throughout the game, Hansi. And in the meantime, Imesha capitalizes amongst all the mayhem happening at the court. Talagala with a bursting run. And draws a foul, Talagala. Brilliant work from Benica. As you mentioned, she has been brilliant for Seylan Bank. offensively and defensively as well.
Into Jalia. Yes, Nihari. Lovely cut there as she decides to drive through. Stops and goes for the jump shot. Once again, goes astray. Yes, Imesha Tatsarni has been brilliant for David Pieris. A long pass to the number 3 as she opts to go for the 3-pointer. She just couldn't make it. Brilliantly rebounded by Talagala. To Kindu Jalia. Jalia to Epsiba. Epsiba takes time, goes for the 3-pointer. Once again doesn't find it. Brilliant effort there by Hansini Malis as Epsiba once again misses it.
Epsiba with her quick feet. Brilliant work, and here's De Cruz. De Cruz caught on travelling. Unfortunate error from De Cruz. Here's Malisha to Epsiba. What a partnership, what a duo Malisha and Epsiba has been for Seylan Bank up front. And here's Jalia, finds Pereira. Brilliant block from Inoka.
Yes, Asante with the drive and makes no mistake. Scores it easily. Lovely layup. David Pieris slowly catching up, but they have a lot to do as Hansini goes for the second 3-pointer. Once again it goes astray. Once again Hansini all over the park. She's playing her heart out. Yes, Benika Talagala. Rebounded once again from both these teams. Playing with a lot of intent as Imesa. Lovely crossover there. As she stops, fakes. Very well defended there. Very well defended there by Seylan Bank.
Hansini calling herself into the bench after putting on a shift. Experienced Sanduni Bollalgala has replaced her. By the looks of it, Hansini Malaysia is in a bit of bother, as you can see on to the right side of your screen. And David Pieris has opted to go for a timeout, which is very timely for David Pieris. Seylan Bank were running away with the game. A good timeout from the David Pieris coach.
Certainly, David Pieris has headed into this third quarter with less mistakes, but they still have a lot to catch up as it's 11-point deficit, 38 points to 27. David Pieris have a lot to do here as Seylan will just have to continue the momentum. They don't have to panic or hesitate, just have to stick to the basics. As the timeout is over, and this time Sanduni for Seylan Bank makes her entrance in this third quarter as Hansini Malisha will take a break as she seems to be struggling a bit with her back. It's the number 3, a bounce pass to Imesha Tatsarni, Inoka Sandamali. She has been guarded really well today by Seylan Bank. Lovely work there, opts to go for the 3-pointer. Doesn't find it, and Imesa once again going for the 3-pointer. Very well rebounded by David Pieris. Pretty good defense by Seylan Bank, and it's been stolen. Yes, Nihari going all the way. Can she make it? And yes, she does with the foul. What a play by Nihari. Take a bow. As she gets one more opportunity to add one more point. And she makes no mistake with that as well.
A brilliant play from Nihari, drawing the foul while making the basket and converting the free throw as well. Superb from Pereira. And Pereira did have a difficult time in the opening stages of the game, especially in that first quarter. but now she has settled into the game and has been a menace for Seylan Bank. Epsiba. She has been doing all the running for Seylan Bank, up and down. Still got lots of pace on her wheels as well. And here's Pereira.
Here's Imesha Tatsarani. To Inoka Sandamali. Inoka to Sasanti. Lovely lob pass as Sasanti makes no mistake. 41-29. Here's Nihari. Took into and that was a cardinal error. You cannot do that. They all know that. Well, mistakes can happen. It's all part of the game. Once again, Imesha Tatsarani to Inoka Sandamali. Inoka rebounds it, opts for a quick shot but misses that as well. Here's Kindu with a long pass to Epsiba. But she will slow things down. No, rather she opts to go for the shot and makes no mistake. 2 more points for Seylan Bank.
Here's David Pieris through Imesha, driving it forward, and referee takes the game back, and Imesha draws a foul. It will be 2 free throws in favor of David Pieris. Epsiba, after a brilliant shift, she has got some well-deserved rest, and Hansini has replaced her. Here's Imesha with a successful free throw, and another one to be taken. Misses the second one, and Hansini, after her first involvement, after coming off the bench. Here's Malisha with a jump shot, and hits the rim. Still got pace on her. Malisha has been brilliant. Here's Sanduni. She draws a foul for Seylan Bank. Not so good defending, but brilliant stuff from Sanduni.
As Sanduni draws the foul, she gets the free throws. Makes it perfectly. The second opportunity. Once again. Makes no mistake. 2-2.
Easy as it gets, Janidu. That shows how good of a player she is. Sanduni Bolalgala. Here's Imesha, and even she does manage to draw a foul, I believe. And
yes, it is Adif. She draws a foul in favor of David Pieris as Kindu Jailia takes a break. Epsiba once again back in court. She has been brilliant today for Seylan Bank. Yes, Imesha Tatsarani had a moment for the three. Here's a long lob pass to Sasanti, but just couldn't anticipate it quite well. Here's Epsiba with an opportunity to Hansi. Hansi makes no mistake. 2 more points for Seylan Bank. And the deficit has risen up to 17 points. It was an unfortunate foul there by Hansini Malisha. Lost her balance as well. She's not happy as well. And she seemed pretty disappointed.
Sandamali makes her first free throw, a successful one. fails to do so in the second one. Here's Dimesha with the rebound. De Cruz finds Danushka. Danushka drives in. And Sasanti back to De Cruz. De Cruz for 3 points and agonizingly short De Cruz. Yet again. Talagala finds Bollalge. A rare error from Bollalge. Epsiba finds Talagala. Talagala to Epsiba yet again. And Epsiba do score. Had lots and loads of space. Epsiba continuing her good game, Epsiba.
Well, Epsiba, Washington Clay, you can't keep her out of the game. Yes, Sasanti to De Cruz. Opts to go for the 3-pointer, but goes astray, finds nowhere. Seylan Bank won't mind it. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the clock for the end of the third quarter. As Seylan Bank has the upper hand. Here's Epsiba once again, this time trying to drive through, but ball slips away. Mesha Tatsarni once again bringing it forward, looking for options. Yes, Prasadi De Cruz driving through, once again sending it out, stolen by the number 8 by Seylan, and Hansini Malaysia makes no mistake with the fast break. And now it's a 20-point deficit, Atif. David Pieris group under pressure here.
An important intervention or interception rather from Bethany Liringe led Hassani Malaysia to pile on her points tally for the day. Washington Clay and Malaysia, what a duo, Janidu, has been brilliant and still got the legs to run up and down as well.
Yes, definitely. Both of them, they've gotten fast legs and they are putting it into anticipation whenever they have the opportunity for the fast break. They've anticipated it really well. As Sasanti with the second free throw, makes no mistake. Plenty of work to do here for David Pieris group.
Lianage tries to go through the defense, but here's David Pieris, Imesha Satsarani. Bollalgala.
Here's Epsiba, lovely crossover to Lianage. Lianage is free. Unfortunately, caught on travel violation. Yes, Danushka, experienced campaigner, but I haven't seen much from her today. She was a remarkable player in the league and last year's season as well. Yes, Sonali driving through, draws the foul. Something to be happy about for David Pieris.
Still, there's 10 more minutes to play in that fourth quarter. And anything could happen still. David Pieris, if they are to give a comeback, there's plenty of time to do so. David Pieris. Sasanti steals the rebound. Imesha. Oh my goodness. I think that will be an offense by Bollalage. And that's her second offense for the day. Beautifully converted free throw. Sasini has converted her last two free throws and she misses, or she fails to do three in a row. Here's Sasini. Inoka. And Sasini with the rebound. Stolen from Bollalage. Here's Lienage to Malisha.
And that's the end of the third quarter. As Seylan Bank still has the upper hand. 51 points to 34. With one more quarter remaining. 15 points deficit. Yes, that third quarter confirmation. 51 points to 34. Seylan Bank having the upper hand. And David Pieris will have a lot to do here. They have a lot to do here. They have to come up with a brilliant plan. Just 10 more minutes and that will be the final 10 minutes. This all-important final in this MSBA 33rd Mercantile Basketball League 2025 A Division Women's Final. David Pieris versus Seylan Bank as we look at a few of the highlights in the third quarter.
We are just seconds away from the commencement of the fourth quarter. This quarter will decide the champions in the 33rd MSBA League Women's Division A tournament. A lengthy tournament for all these players, but we have come to the finals here at the Royal College Indoor Basketball Arena, and David Pieris will be with possession to begin with in the fourth quarter. Imesha Sandamali to start off proceedings. Inoka and it will be a side ball in favor of David Pieris. As Pereira goes down, David Pieris loses possession. And here's the skipper Mills. Finds Rafaidin. Rafaidin hits the rim.
Brilliant strategy by the Seylan Bank coach as he opts to go with Cumberland Mills in the last 10 minutes. She does have only one foul remaining. Here's Inoka Sandamali, was silent for some time, and here's some brilliant work by her. Kindu to Benika, Benika to Nihari, and Nihari will draw a foul in favor of Seylan Bank. As it will be side ball for Seylan Bank. As Hansini Malisha once again steps into the court. Jitmi gets a break.
A brief stay for Jitmi Pinnagoda.
Yes, Kindu Jailia to Benika Talagala to Nihari Pereira. Nihari Pereira finds it nowhere. Very well defended by David Pieris as well. The final 8 minutes, all to play for.
Imesha. Here's Imesha. Sonali from the corner makes it 3 points. Good work from David Pieris' offense. Here's Seylan Bank through their main talisman, Talagala to Jailia. Again to Talagala. Talagala for 3 points. And here's David Pieris through Imesha yet again.
Good hustle there by Hansini Malisha. As Asanti driving through, stops. Just couldn't make it. As Kamlin Mills will comfortably rebounds it at Hansini Malisha. Goes for the cross break. What a brilliant shot by Hansini Malisha. Brilliant passage of play. 53-39. Imesha with the three. Once again, brilliantly rebounded by Benika Talagala. Using all of that experience, driving through, deciding to go on her own. Well, Hansini Malisha is on a roll here. What a brilliant shot that was. As both teams will head into a timeout. 14 points deficit out here. 53-39. As we are back, as Imesha Tatsarni gets an opportunity. Lovely pass by Inoka Sandamali. As David Pieris opts to go for the full court press. They will have to do this throughout this quarter. Here's Kamlin Mills deciding to go on her own and makes no mistake. Lovely left hand layup.
That's Kamlin Mills for you, folks. Brilliant left-handed layup. And Jalia. The fatigue catching up to all these players. We are going into the final 6 minutes in this game. The game might be for just for 40 minutes, but it takes a whole lot to play a full game of basketball. And here's Imesha. Finds Sasid. And Inoka for 3 points, and she scores.
Well. Inoka has been silent throughout the 3 quarters. And she scores her first 3-pointer. This can be dangerous for Seylan Bank because Inoka Sandamali, she was the star player for David Pieris in that semi-finals against HNB. She was the game changer. And if she can do more about that, that will be a big advantage for David Pieris, and Seylan Bank will have to watch out for her in the defense. As that was a lovely shot by Inoka Sandamali. As once again, Seylan Bank coach opts to go for a timeout, making the use of the timeouts in this final quarter. Just 6.5 minutes remaining. Seylan Bank still having the upper hand, 55 points to 44. But yet, anything can happen. David Pieris, they are playing their hearts out. They know it's do or die. And they are putting on a full court press as well. As we are back after the timeout, there's plenty of action remaining. As the women's A division title, who will take it home, yet to be answered.
Indeed, just 9 points making the difference between the two sides, and 6.5 minutes to play. Jalia finds Epsiba, and Still, Seylan Bank failing to score through Epsiba. Pereira with an handling error and gives away possession.
Interesting call out there by the referee. As Kindu Jailia looking for options, dribbling through as he will go for a long three-pointer. Almost had it as the whole crowd. Yes, Sonali, lovely work. Just could not finish it. And here's that full court press once again. Yes, Niari Pereira slowing things down to Bethany Talagala. Kindu Jailia to Epsiba to Kamlin Mills. Lovely bounce pass. Has it been caught on foul play? Yes, it is. As that will be Seylan Bank's ball. A cheeky pass to Kamlin Mills. Kamlin Mills misses it out. Fortunate enough there, having the ball in favor of Seylan Bank. Yes, Benika Talagala to Kindu Jailia. Seems like she will go for the three-pointer. No, she decides to pass it to Nihari. What an effort by Nihari Pereira. Very unfortunate there though. Yes, Himesha Tatsarni to Sasanti. Sasanti driving through. Lovely ball work by David Pieris. And that's a brilliant three-pointer. David Pieris take a bow. Lovely team play there.
Took their time but made sure to make the points. Himesha, what a basket from the experienced player for David Pieris. And the crowd has gone wild here at the Royal College Indoor Basketball Arena. And the difference between the two sides just an 8-point difference.
David Pieris, brilliant pressure by them as Nihari was caught on an offensive foul. Yes, Inoka Sandamali. Very well blocked there, but Himesha Tatsarni, once again Inoka goes for the three-pointer, finds it astray. With some brilliant work by Kindu Jailia to Epsiba. Two important 2 points. Yes, Himesha Tatsarni looking for options. Sasanti to the number two driving through a long pass to Sonali. Just couldn't find it. Cardinal error there by Seylan Bank as it will be David Pieris' ball.
Very poor from David Pieris. Not what to expect in these kind of situations, Janidu.
Definitely Atif, Inoka Sandamali. Nihari almost having the touchline, but here's Himesha. Just couldn't make it, and David Pieris was desperately trying to rebound it, but slips over. Yes, Epsiba, lovely cut there. And Epsiba almost had it. She has been really unstoppable. Yes, Kamlin Mills to Nihari. Nihari to Talagala. Talagala to Jailia. Kamlin Mills cutting inside. Yes, the ball rotated. Nihari Pieris with the shot. Goes astray. Yes, Himesha Tatsarni deciding to drive through. Good defensive work by Kindu Jailia. Yes, Inoka Sandamali. And yes, she draws a foul. Well, these last few minutes have been really intense by both these teams as well as the crowd. Inoka Sandamali, 2 important free throws here as she makes no mistake with the first one. Yes, the second one. This will be important as well. And makes no mistake. 2 in 2 for Inoka Sandamali. David Pieris have a lot to do. Yes, Sanduni to Kindu Jailia. This is good. This is good pressure by David Pieris. Yes, Epsiba to Sanduni. Epsiba cuts and lovely pass. What a play, what a shot.
Beautiful from Washington Clay, Epsiba. Her finishing has been on point throughout this evening. And Sasanthi did try for a 3-pointer. And here's Epsiba yet again.
Caught on foul play, David Pieris. Epsiba doing everything right there, driving through and drawing that foul. Epsiba, credit goes to her. She has been brilliant in this game as he makes the first free throw count. 11 points deficit here. 3 minutes in the clock. One more free throw. This time it goes astray. Very well rebounded by Sasanthi. Yasimesha Tatsarni to Inoka Sandamali. He had the opportunity to score there. I wonder why she opted to go out under the basket. But Seylan Bank wouldn't mind that. Here's Epsiba once again. Brilliant pass to Kamlin Mills. Epsiba, Washington Clay has been unstoppable, Latif. What a game day she's having here.
Indeed, she has been brilliant from the start of the game. And here's the game play of the game for me. Epsiba, Washington Clay, take a bow. What a player she is.
Well, as David Pieris, coach, opts to go for the timeout. The last couple of minutes has all been Epsiba, Washington Clay. Brilliant passage of play. What a lovely comeback again by Seylan Bank. Putting David Pieris under pressure. Making them know that they have a lot to do with the remaining of 2 minutes. 64-49 as Seylan Bank has the upper hand in this A Division Women's Final. Two minutes remaining for the end of this A Division Women's Final. Asimesha Tatsari, the controller for David Pieris. Yes, Inoka Sandamali asking for that screen. Will she go for the three? Yes, Sasanthi. Sasanthi fakes it. Yes, Inoka Sandamali going for the 3-pointer. Goes over the ring. Yes, Sanduni. Benika Talagala to Kamlin Mills. Kamlin Mills driving through. A lovely pass to Epsiba, and Epsiba once again it's Epsiba, Washington Clay. Brilliant passage of play. It's 66-49. Yes, Imesha driving through as it goes astray. Yes, Epsiba will slow things down. A long pass to Kamlin Mills, and Epsiba cuts. Misses it this time, but brilliant anticipation there.
Here's Shonali for David Pieris, trying to make something. Inoka from range and scores.
Well, you shouldn't give free space to Inoka Sandamali. She will definitely do the damage as Epsiba once again goes for the shot and she makes no mistake. She's scoring like a train here today.
What a display of shooting from Epsiba, Washington Clay. And it's just under a minute in this Women's Division A Finals. And by the looks of it, Seylan Bank are running away with the game. And here's Bollalage. Gives away to Jalia and draws a foul.
Seylan Bank has 3 substitutes in the lineup. Well, they certainly know the game is theirs. Just 40 seconds remaining as David Pieris have a lot to catch up.
A standing ovation from the crowd for Epsiba Washington Clay. And she does richly deserve it. Epsiba Clay. Jalia to put the cherry on top for Seylan Bank. And
makes no mistake this time. Kindu Jalia. Yes, Imesha Tatsarni. As she will go for the 3-pointer as they have no other option. It's do or die for them. As it's stolen. And here's Imesha to Inoka. And Inoka shoots that as well. Like I mentioned, you cannot offer free space for Inoka Sandamali. Here's Kamlin Mills. As she will take time. Yes, the number 15 for Seylan Bank. As it will be Seylan Bank's ball. Just 13 seconds remaining. For sure, Seylan Bank's game. Back-to-back A-Division titles for Seylan Bank in this women's A-Division category. What a dominant performance. And once again, number 16, Sonali, on foul play. That's the 5th foul for Sonali as she heads out. As the skipper Danushka will enter into the court for this final 9 seconds. As Kindu Jalia will go ahead with the free throws. As that works in favor of her. Through the board, to the ring, and goes through. This time goes astray. Both players fighting hard for the ball. Just 1 second remaining, and that's the final whistle. Final whistle of the A-Division Women's Final. Seylan Bank will take it home. Back-to-back titles for them. Brilliant performance, and it's an unbeaten run for them. Congratulations to Seylan Bank. Take a bow. Brilliant and amazing show here. But not to forget David Pieris, Atif. They've been brilliant. Coming into this league as underdogs and first time stepping into the A division. They were the champions in the B division category last year and they were promoted to A division this year. And brilliant passage of play by them as well, heading into the finals and putting on a brilliant show. And it will be Seylan Bank's day. They will take the title home. What a women's final we had here at Royal College Sports Complex.
Indeed, very well said, Janidu. And coming up next, yet another mouth-watering clash. Akbar Brothers will be taking on Fairfirst Insurance in the men's A division finals. And yet again, congratulations, Seylan Bank, for the unbeaten run in this women's A division.
Yes, that full-time confirmation. Seylan Bank 70 points to 55 against David Pieris. Not to forget, Epsiba Washington Clay was the star player of this game. She was really unstoppable. She was brilliant throughout the game. And not to forget Hansini Malisha, Kamlin Mills, Nihari Pereira did contribute really well. And the two experienced campaigners, Benika Talagal and Kindu Jayalia, played a huge role in that final. They have played so much of games and they know how exactly winning looks like, and they did offer in the right way today for Seylan Bank.
Indeed, a richly well-deserved win. And here's some highlights of those Epsiba Washington Clay's plays and her baskets. Here's Washington Clay was brilliant, as you mentioned, Janidu. A brilliant win for Seylan Bank.
As Seylan Bank takes the Women's A Division title home. We have one more final to witness. That's the A Division men's final. That is going to be an interesting clash. Akbar Brothers will take on Fairfirst Insurance. So do stay tuned with us, the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.